For the girls, how you doing? Let's do another pick a card. Today's gonna be what do they want to tell you. That could be fascinating, that could be triggering, so stay cool. We do 2 parts and then we have some decks and oracles, the same old thing as we know. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2. Part number 1, what does it want to tell you? 6 of Swords, the High Priestess, the Devil. Wow. Right, okay, so what they want to tell you is a couple of things. First of all, they acknowledge that you were very much intuitive. You could see and read them in a way that maybe they didn't even dare to look at themselves. You were capable of sensing what was happening or what happened in the past before they even said anything. And maybe they were not completely aware themselves or what was the situation for them, but you had that intuition, you sensed them. And you told them some truth as a result that they were maybe not ready to hear. It's possible, but you know they needed to hear those truths. So I think you revealed themselves to them, or them to themselves, whatever. In English would be nice. In English would be nice, Axelle. Yes, let's try. Yes, you have that capacity to read them, and for them that was like, how on earth do you do that, right? Because I can't do the same for you. I don't get it, right? Exactly. And you knew a lot of things in advance. Because you're an old soul in a young body, you have a lot of lives behind you, right? So of course, what they want to tell you is that they have been transforming. They broke free from a situation. It's caterpillar, cocoon, butterfly. And also they may have said to you that they moved abroad or they moved out of the home. Something definitely transformed, and it's a no, it's a one-way ticket. There's no comeback from that. So that's probably why they kind of reapproaching you. I don't think you do anything. You have no reason to contact them, because when you met them, they were still with a comic. So what they're telling you now is the comic relationship is over. They came out of that relationship and they moved away. And that's why now they're ready to come to you and say to you, actually, you were right. A lot of things you told me that I didn't want to hear, and maybe I was, not very nice to you as a result. Well, actually, you were right, because this is what happened. So what they want to tell you is, well, yeah, I went through that transformation. It's metamorphosis, 6 of Swords. You do not go back to caterpillar stage when you once you are a butterfly. So yeah, they had to either come clean. Maybe they were in not only a comic relationship, maybe a marriage, but also they could have been codependent to all kind of things. Codependent to substances, codependent to work, codependent to self-destruction, whatever it was. And so for them, it was very hard to stay in touch with you, because you maybe put them or made them aware of what they were doing. They were repeating a pattern. So, you said whatever you could say, and then it was up to them, because you're not here to fix anybody. So all you can say is the truth, and then they do whatever they want with it. But maybe at the time they were not able to receive this, and they stay or went back to what they knew, and it's comic. So it's very toxic. It may be around people very controlling, very manipulative. Maybe they grew up in that environment and then they repeated the pattern, and they went and married someone who was doing the same thing that their parents, or they would carry on self-destroying. So now they're out of the bush, and they want to tell you, look, I've done that. I've done it. So, it doesn't mean they want to move in with you and let's start a relationship. For some of you, yes. But because they will say, well, I left the comic, so now I'm available. But for some of you, it's simply that they want to acknowledge that you were right. And it's not like you want to be right or wrong. It's simply that they want to acknowledge that you told them something that was meaningful. Indeed. Wow, very powerful. So that's what they want to tell you. Profound. Profound. So what do we have here? Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you, of course. Because now they realize that they could have had an opportunity to be with you and to stay with you, accepting that you knew certain things, and and they didn't. But maybe, you know, they wanted to be in control, they want to be, you know, empowered, so they couldn't understand that or accept that you knew more than them. So it was an ego situation there too. But in the meantime, they keep thinking about you regardless, right? I think what they acknowledge, they want to acknowledge, is like, you were right. They don't know how you managed to figure it out, but you knew a lot of things when they didn't. And maybe they wanted to study, and they still don't get that because you have many lifetime behind you, and it's not something you find in books, right? You have that experience through experience, right? Wisdom. Everything has a place and purpose. To be wise is to have great love, tolerance, and compassion for all things. Yeah. That's what I mean. You know, wisdom, you have been building your wisdom over the years, over the lifetimes. No book can actually give you that. And they were maybe very rational, you know, 1 + 1 = 2, right? No, no, hello, no, the spirituality there. There's so much more than science cannot even explain. So please, let's come back on Earth. Yes, we know nothing, all right? So, honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it for myself. You think so? What you told them, you reveal them to themselves. You told them some truth about themselves that they couldn't really accept or comprehend because they were hiding behind maybe addiction. Can be addiction to anything. That is a way for them not to feel the pain. Addiction is very often to feel numb, and to maybe it's anxiety. So if I'm addicted to something, and then I don't feel so anxious, so I can carry on like that instead of looking within and trying to figure out what happened. So honesty is a decision. Are you going to look within and do what needs to be done to clear yourself from addiction? Are you going to be proactive and actually, to start with, honest with yourself? Maybe not. So if they come back to tell you, well, you were right, that's one thing. But if they come to tell you that they've made some transformation changes, that's even better. And it doesn't even have to, it doesn't have to imply that you are reconnecting together. They just want to let you know that's what I've done, and you're a big part of that because you pointed out a long time ago. And good on them and good on you. But it doesn't mean that you come back together. You know what I mean? It's just that they want to say, well, yeah, you say some truths I wasn't able to handle at the time, but now looking at it, I've done some work on it. Good for them. And you're happy for them because you know that you know, maybe your future is somewhere else, it's not there, but that's okay, right? Absolutely. So pile number 2, what do they want to tell you? The moon, the 6 of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. Well, they want to tell you that they have actually let go of the past, let go of somebody, let go of the baggages. They look at the I am, who am I? And then, because they redefine themselves, they can move towards you or offering you love and passion, number 6 and Wands. The thing is, you knew all along because you've been waiting. You protected your heart because you said, well, I've done enough in this connection. It's up to them now to do the work. I'm going to let them go, let them be. And if they do the work, fine. If they don't, that's okay. The thing is, you also appreciate that they had to do an introspection. When they had to let go of the past, it can be someone else, it could be childhood trauma, all previous experiences, negative experiences. They have to let go of the emotion attached to those experiences. You know, the moon, we had a very massive full moon last week. Yeah, a lot of emotion. Drink lots of water and trying to flush out all those emotions that you've been building up and keeping it within your body. The thing is, that kind of those emotions is being stagnant or building up, and that's not good. They have to be expressed, they have to be removed, and you have to be free from it. Okay, so you know that's what they need to do. You maybe told them a couple of things that they could, appreciate or use if they find that interesting, but you let them decide. You're not telling them you have to do that. You're just like, I give you my opinion. Now it's up to you. You do what you feel comfortable with. I'm not gonna, and you watch the show. You're gonna actually let the universe do what needs to be done, and you're gonna let them do what they need to do. You're not going to try to guide them more than this. You're quite neutral. You simply cover your heart because you don't want to get hurt. But you are kind of like, oh, okay, fascinating. Oh, wow, you do that? Okay, fascinating too, but you don't take it personally. You are watching, you are observing, but not pushing on in any ways. And protecting yourself, absolutely, absolutely, okay? Because they're in transformation, so they can come up with some interesting stuff. And like, well, whatever, You and I were too young. Yeah, we're too young, I would say too green, I don't take it as, like young. It's green, you probably, both of you were not prepared for this. And, it's, wow, we need you a little bit more time. You actually in switch on the engine, but you are maybe not capable of driving the car. And so, it can be a bit messy at times, but that's okay. You're here to learn. We are on this planet to have a human experience, so nobody knows, We're all trying to figure it out, So let's be honest, okay? Let's be very clear. Sacred source, we, your angel, are here to remind you of your magnificence. You are literally an angel in the making, a being of eternal love and light, forever one with God, Goddess, and all creation, or the universe. So you are an angel in the making. You see, we are trying to, to figure it out. As I was saying, we're all learning. We're all going through a process. We're in transformation. We're all kind of digesting the past and trying to, feel the emotions and move forward, and not trying to say, oh, well, I'm going to stay like this for the rest of my life. No, you have to keep growing. Nobody and nothing in this planet or universe stays still. Nothing. As you speak, your cells, they're doing some magic, right? So nothing stays still. Why do we want to hold on to something in control? It's not life. Life cannot be controlled, I'm telling you. Courage, I found the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Yes, because that requires courage. When you do the introspection, you have to be ready to take it on board. It's not always pretty, it's not always easy. But you say, well, you know what, I cannot, repeat the same old thing. I need to go through whatever process to get it out of my system. And that is courageous to tackle all of this, to go through to go through those steps. Absolutely. You have to let go of stuff, let go maybe of people, maybe your family. You have to take a distance to figure out who you are, stay alone for a while, and then you can actually open your heart again to the right people. And you are watching because you've been there before, so you know what they're going through. And you're not saying, oh, well, I told you so, or I've been there, I know it all. No, you just say, okay, go for it. Go with the flow. Just let it all happen organically. It will help you. You damn right. Once it's not, have a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah. Ciao.